boys and girls. Welcome to Kids Club.
Hi.
Itani, do you remember who we're going to learn about tonight? You forgot? Well, that's okay. We are going to learn about Ruth.
Yeah, if you've seen Finding Dory, I'm like Dory.
Are you like Dory? You forget stuff easy?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. So we are going to learn about Ruth. Now Ruth, she's so cool. She got her own book in the Bible. Yeah. So if we sing our little Bible song to help us with the Bible, the books of the Bible. Well, I'm not going to sing because I can't sing very well. Do you want to sing it with me?
Sure.
So if we go Genesis, Exodus. So Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth. There she is. Her own book. We're going to learn about Ruth tonight. Okay? Yeah, it's a girl.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? Think about it.
What's cool?
Are there any other books of the Bible named after girls?
What's cool about Ruth?
Wait till you hear about what Ruth does in our Bible story. I think you're going to be very impressed with Ruth. You ready? Okay. Yeah, I think you are. So, but before we get to Ruth, let's kind of back up a little bit. And in Ruth chapter 1, we're actually going to learn about Naomi. Can you say Naomi? Naomi. And, ready, her husband, check his name out, Elimelech. Elimelech. Can you guys say Elimelech?
Elimelech.
There you go. So we have Naomi and Elimelech, and they are married, and they live in Bethlehem. Okay? But there was a famine, which means there wasn't a lot of food, and so they moved and to try to find a place where there was food. And so they actually moved to a land called Moab. Can you say Moab? Moab. This is a fun lesson with lots of fun names. So we've got Ruth, Naomi. Naomi is married to Elimelech. They lived in Bethlehem. There was a famine. They moved to Moab. Got it? Are we good? Yeah. Well, Naomi and Elimelech had two sons. Two sons, and they grew up and they got married. And one son married a woman named, ready? Orpah. Can you say Orpah? Orpah. I'm not making this stuff up. It's in the Bible. Remember, everything in the Bible is true. Orpah. And then the second son, he married a woman, and her name was Ruth. So one of the sons married a woman named Orpah, and one of the sons married married a woman named Ruth. And these women were from the land of Moab. Okay? And remember, that was not the land that Naomi and Elimelech were from. They were from Bethlehem. Okay? All right. So everything's going around good. Itai, have you ever had like a really bad day? Yeah. Have you ever had like a really bad week? Yeah. What about like a really bad year? No, you haven't. Probably not.
I don't know if I have.
Because I would say you've probably had a pretty good life so far. Yeah.
But I don't know if I have bad weeks, but I know I would have bad days.
Yeah, everybody has bad days every once in a while. And when we have bad days and bad things happen, right? Because bad things are going to happen. We have a choice to make. Okay? Well, let me tell you what the Bible says happened to Naomi and Elimelech and their two sons and their sons' wives. Ready? It's actually kind of sad. It's a little sad. The Bible tells us that Elimelech died. Yeah, that's the dad. He died. And then the Bible tells us that both sons, son number 1 and son number 2, died. Yeah, so now, it's very sad. It's very sad. We're very sad for them. Yes. Now we just have Naomi, right? And her two daughter-in-laws, Orpah and Ruth.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So could we say that Naomi was kind of having a bad day? Or a bad year? Would we say that? she's having some really rough times. And so she actually decides, the Bible tells us that she decides to go back to her homeland of Bethlehem. Bethlehem. So they're deciding to do that, and they're on their journey. Like the Bible tells us that one of her daughter-in-laws is helping her, kind of getting packed up and leaving. And on the road, Naomi turns to her daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah, and says, "You know what? You don't have to stay with me. I am just a poor widow, with no hope, or, don't know what I'm going to do. And so why don't you just go back to Moab, find a new husband, they're young and everything, find a new husband so that you can have a good life." I mean, it makes sense, right? And so Orpah decides that's what she's going to do. Yeah, Orpah decides, you know what, you're right, I'm going to go back to Moab, and I'm going to try to start a new life and kind of take care of myself and all that kind of stuff in Moab.
And
So,
everybody knows when the blood starts with the
right. And so what we have now is Naomi with Ruth. Because Ruth decides, this is really cool. Can I read to you what it says in the Bible? Ruth does not decide to go back to her homeland of Moab. She decides, check it out. Ruth says, "Don't tell me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go," and she's talking to Naomi, "where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." I could think that we could probably describe Ruth as dedicated. She is committed to staying with Naomi and helping take care of her. Even though,
dedicated.
that means like committed to staying, like dedicated means committed to that person. So, even though Ruth is going to a land that she doesn't really know anything about, these are not people that she knows well and that she has met. Okay, it's a different culture. She is choosing to stick with Naomi and help take care of Naomi. Wow. What an awesome choice. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And so they get there to Bethlehem, but they don't have any way of taking care of themselves. Back then, it was a little bit different. It's not like you could just run out and get a job. Right? No, especially if you were a widow. Or even really a woman. There wasn't a lot of things that you could do. But let's look at what the Bible says about how Ruth helps take care of Naomi. Remember, they're in a foreign land, a different land. This is the land where Naomi was from, but not Ruth. And so Naomi has some relatives. So they were relatives and related to Elimelech, her husband, who had passed away. And so Naomi tells Ruth to go into a relative's field. Okay, because they actually get back, they move back during the harvest time. Okay, so they're harvesting, they're picking. You helped us harvest in our garden this summer, didn't you? But these are like big fields and lots of stuff to harvest. And so this relative's name is, ready? We got another fun name. You ready? It is a cool name. Yeah, ready? It's a boy. His name is Boaz. Can you say that? Boaz. That's his name. That's the relative's name. And so Ruth does. She goes out into this field, and she's actually not harvesting the barley. She is picking up. She's like going behind all the workers who are harvesting, and she's picking up all the little pieces that they've dropped. It is hard work. And that is how she is helping take care of Naomi. Do you think we could still say she's dedicated? Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, she's dedicated. She's dedicated. And so, guess what? She goes out day after day to do this. She's working hard to help take care of Naomi. Now, it probably would have been easier for her just to go back to Moab, but that wasn't her choice. And guess who notices Ruth? Boaz.
Okay.
Yeah. He notices her because she's working so hard, okay? And he asks about her, and then the people who are there, like taking care of his field and stuff, they tell him who she is and that she's the daughter-in-law of Naomi and what she's doing, and that she's been working hard. And so Boaz tells the workers in charge of his field to help take care of Ruth, make sure she has water to drink, and make sure, she's safe and nobody bugs her and bothers her and things like that. And so Boaz sees what Ruth is doing, all the great choices she's making, how she's hardworking, and here's how she's helping take care of Naomi. And Boaz makes the choice to help take care of Ruth. Wow. Well, can I tell? Well, we're going to fast forward. Fast forward a little bit. Guess what? You don't know, do you? Let me tell you. Yeah. Ready? Ruth and Boaz get married. I know. Ruth and Boaz get married. Boaz notices what kind of person she is, and they end up getting married. And guess what? They have a baby. And the baby's name, another fun word. Ready? Again, I'm not making this up. It's in the Bible. We know it's true. Ready? The baby's name is Obed.
Evan.
Can you say Obed?
Owen.
Obed. You guys say Obed? Ready? So Obed is Ruth and Boaz's son's name. And then, once the baby's born, Naomi, Grandma, she's so excited. She's feeling very blessed. She's come from losing her husband and her 2 sons and feeling very sad and having to move and not knowing how everything was going to work out. And then Ruth going into the fields to help take care of them and working really, really, really hard and meeting Boaz to now Naomi has Ruth and Boaz, and then look, Ruth and Boaz have a baby named Obed. And can I tell you something? Are you ready for this? This is just so cool. It says here that Boaz is the father of Obed. Obed is the father of Jesse. And Jesse was the father of David. David and Goliath. King David. Obed ends up being like the great-great-grandpa of David. King David. And guess what? Obed is like the great-great-great-great-great-great-great, I don't know how many, grandpa of Jesus. Wow. Isn't that so cool? Yeah. So God took something that was really not going well, with Elimelech passing away and both sons passing away, and Naomi was so sad and didn't know what to do. And then Orpah went back to Moab, and it was just Naomi and Ruth. But they stayed dedicated to each other and helping take care of each other. And Ruth decided to follow God. She said, "Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God." And God blessed that. And he sent Boaz to help take care of them. They got married and he took care of them. And then they had this baby, Obed. Look at that, who ended up being the great whatever grandpa of Jesus. How cool is that? So what can we learn from this story, I think? I think we can learn, ready? That every day we have a choice to make. You ready? And that we can be dedicated to those around us, just like Ruth was. And that the example, the things that we do every day Even if we don't know it, people are watching the things that we're doing. Whether you're 5 years old or 50 years old. Just like those people were watching Ruth in the field. So what are they watching? What kind of choices are they watching you make? The choices that we're making should point people to God. Those are the choices that we should make that are honoring God, just like Ruth did. I love this story. It has so much that we can learn from it. We could probably talk about Ruth all week long. What do you think? We probably don't have time for that though. I love Ruth. Are you ready? Are we done? All right, boys and girls, be like Ruth. And I hope you have a wonderful week.